Hello everybody, this is Yolanda Barnes, better known as Yogi with Two Eyes, and I'm excited that you're here at Poetry Inc., the business of poetry. Now, if you're here in this group, you see that there's lots of information, but maybe it's overwhelming, and it tends to be overwhelming when you're not sure what it is you want to do. So, with this video, I want to invite you to look, listen, and learn about some of the different ways that poets can make money and can monetize what it is we bring to the table. Now, some of these ideas may seem a little foreign, and then some of these ideas may be as traditional as sliced bread, but somewhere in something that's said, it should resonate with you and be a jumping off point with what you want to do with your poetry. So let's start with you. Who are you, and what do you bring to the table when it comes to poetry? I think that's a very important question, because that is a guide to get you where you need to be. So if you're mainly known for Christian poetry or erotic poetry, or you're mainly known for doing haikus, if you're mainly known for doing a particular genre, then that will help you in the long run, knowing who you are. Now, knowing what you bring to the table is important, but not only that, is what people look forward to seeing from you. When you go to the shows, are there certain pieces that people request? When you're in the midst of doing your poem, is there certain points where you get rewind? Are there people that come up to you after the show and say, yo, do you have a CD of that? I need to hear that every day. Or do you have that written down in a book somewhere? Or I just need that in my life. Is there a video on YouTube that I can watch that every day because I need that in my life? Now, if you're starting to get people to come to you with those kind of requests, then that's a big marker that you've got something extra special that really, really deserves a little more attention. Now, you have to listen to your audience, and if your audience is telling you CD, if your audience is telling you book, you just kind of keep a running tally on what you're hearing, and then you have to figure out where you want to go with that, what you want to do, and what you can actually pull together. So, with that being said, let's talk about some of the different avenues to monetize, to make money with your poetry. I'm going to start off with your basics. You have poets that do CDs. They do DVDs. There are poets that have done chapbooks, that have done books, that have done a combination of book and CD. There are also poets that have created slogans, have used their name, their fame and popularity to create lines of t-shirts, clothing lines, and I've even seen perfumes. Now, not everybody can do a perfume. I mean, there's got to be a specific calling on you to be able to do a perfume, but t-shirts are easy. Once you have a design, Shayla, sit down. A lot of poets have also done couture poetry. I say couture poetry. They are commissioned to write poetry, and that is a beautiful, beautiful way to make money, and it's a truly one-of-a-kind product that you give a client, either framed or typed up beautifully, calligraphy, however you decide to do it. But that is a way that I know some poets have made money. There's that one particular poem that they do, and they have found out how to market it and to push it to their audience, and their audiences love it and love to take that poem, not all of them, just that one poem, home with them. So that is also an option. Now, when we start looking at some of the other ways that you can monetize, you start looking at who you are and what you bring to the table. So for some poets, you can monetize on your style and your fashion. And you do that by incorporating your YouTube channel, by incorporating different methods of affiliations and affiliate marketing and drop shipping. Excuse me. Turn it down. And you also incorporate that with your work, with your website. So if you wear specific clothing and you know you get this clothing from, let's just say, someplace over in China, and you can do Amazon drop shipping, and other people can wear the same thing you wear. I mean, if they love it on you, they may love it on them, and you make money in the long run. Now, I'm talking about some different things here. I'm not just talking about your get in the studio and cut a CD. I'm talking about really thinking long term and developing something that is going to last and make money when you're not at a show, that's going to make money when you're not doing workshops. I'm glad I said workshops, because workshops are yet another way to create the atmosphere, to expand your brand, and also to teach an audience that would love to learn from you. Now, if you have that, that's amazing, because people will pay to learn from you, learn skills and techniques. And most of the time, people are actually just wanting to spend that time with you, to get to know you, to get a little more about your process. Now, I'm not saying everyone that shows up to your workshop will be wanting to just be close to you, but I'm saying workshops are a valuable way to make a living, especially if you get into the community centers and begin to teach and charge to teach and to bring something that edifies and is very tangible to that audience. Let's also talk about workbooks, because if anybody knows me, they know I'll tell them, if you're gonna write a book, write the workbook too. And I do that because that's an add-on. If your book is 10 and your workbook is 15, put them bad boys together, make that money. Then on top of that, they're paying for your workshop, which is $45. Okay. I'm just saying, the money is out there and it's available. And all you have to do is open your eyes and see that all of the websites that are available, from Etsy to Gumroads to PayHip, there is no reason why each artist should not have an online store or is using simple means to make money. Like, I don't want to be that involved in making my money. I want to be able to set up a shop where I put the logos that I want on the t-shirts, and people can come and buy those t-shirts without me having to print a t-shirt, without me having to mail out a t-shirt, to collect the money, and to buy a t-shirt and make a t-shirt and print a t-shirt. How creative can you be in that process? Now, maybe I'm just getting all over the place, but I need you to understand, like, if there's something that's out there that can help you be more of an artist, these websites are those very things that you need to be able to cut down on cost for you, and give you more time while easily collecting your money in the end game. Now, there's another way that you can make money which expands your territory, which is featuring. Featuring is one of those things that you can do if you are, let's say, I always tell people if you've got 35 plus minutes, then you should be good. If you've got an hour plus, you're great. And I'm not just talking about poetry. Like for me, my feature is comedy, is poetry, is music, is me talking about art. I might cut a rug, I might start rapping. I mean, you never know. So my hour runs, and my hour is never the same anywhere I go. You need to know if you're able to feature, if you're trying to feature, to create a tour, to do those things. That's an option. Now, by now, I've probably said something that has sparked your interest. If not, let's talk about a little different avenue. The avenue that most poets kind of ignore. There are options that you can write. And I've done this. You can write outside of poetry. You write poetry, so you can write outside of poetry. I have written creative class concepts, workshop concepts for other people who are not able to really put it on paper the way they want to. So we have the power to write and say things that others would love to be able to say. I have written wedding ceremonies. I have written wedding vows. I have written obituary. I do media copy, and places that you need to look to find those jobs are just as easy as looking at Fiverr.com, looking at on Google and finding jobs for writers. And there's lots in this group, Poetry Inc., where you can see different jobs available for writers. People are just looking for extra something to spark what they need for a work presentation, for a PowerPoint slideshow, they're really basic things that a poet, we just come up with this stuff, and it just really is for us, but we can sell it and make money off of it. So let me also talk to you about some of the other ways you can make money. You can make money through contests. Now, when I say contest, I'm not including Slam. Slam is a different beast, which I will talk about in just a minute. But I'm talking about finding reputable contests, looking for ways that not only will garner you money or possible money, but will give you valuable insight. So look for competitions or contests where the judges are publishers, they are industry leaders, contests where somebody that's judging will be able to read your work, and possibly that will open a door for you. And I say that one more time. It is possible that you, like I did a contest with my book that I wrote, Why Aren't You Listening? So I did a contest. I focused on getting the book ready for the contest. And when I got the book ready for the contest, my book did not win. But the judges gave me feedback, which helped me in the process of the completion on re-edits of my book. And I was very I was very excited to see that I didn't have a lot that needed to be changed or a lot that they questioned. It was just a matter of a few changes that I may have overlooked had these industry professionals not looked at my book. And being a independent publisher and author, you have to have a lot of eyes. So that's important. So I say contest, but look at contests will open the door for you, open different avenues for you that will have other people that may not normally look at your work to have to read it and to have to comment on it for you and give you some feedback. Now, I'm not saying those contests are free either. That I paid for the contest that I was in. I think it was like $100 and some odd. But I got every penny's worth back through the comments I received from the judges. So, it takes money to make money. And if you are honestly in it to turn a profit, then you have to kind of put some money in. But I'm not saying be foolish with it either and just do any kind of random contest. I really want you to be focused about the contest that you do. Let's talk about Slam real fast, because Slam is another way to make money. But Slam is pretty much like the contest, and Slam is a variable beast. You have 5 random judges. You have 3 minutes, 10 seconds. You have your good days, you have your bad days. So you're going to put some money in, and hopefully you'll win and get some money out. Yeah, but I would hope that you would use Slam as an opportunity and open door to get your features. And once you use your Slam experience to get your features, it doesn't matter whether you win or not. Because if you get a feature or 2 or 3 or invites to different locations to speak, then you are winning. Because 9 times out of 10, if you leave there and they know your name and you didn't win, you're shining, you're winning. I've walked away from plenty of slams and then I didn't win, but I was winning. With that, I didn't want to make this video too long, but I just want you to know that there's lots of different ways to make money. You can do live streaming. Live streaming is an amazing way to make money. As a poet, imagine that you're live streaming your event and it's pay-per-view. There's a site called firetalk.com, and Firetalk allows you to live stream and treat your event as a pay-per-view event. So if you have enough followers online that love you and would love to pay to see you, then this is a definite way to make and create an event. Like, don't be afraid to create an event around yourself. If need be, find a venue, set up a camera, invite your friends and family, and then blast it all online. Speaking of blasting it all online, when's the last time you boosted a event or boosted something that you're doing to get more people to come to make more money at that event? It's something that's really needed to be looked at, because if you can boost your event and get more people to come through the door, whether your event, well, I would hope your event is going to be a paid event, but a lot of poets do free events, and that's a whole nother video. There's a way to boost it to get more people to come to make more money for your event. Now, saying that that there's a free event, let me speak a little bit about something that I do. I do an event in Lumberton called VIP Poetry. And poets, do you know your event planners? If you plan events for yourself, then you can plan events for other people and get paid for it. And so this is one of those things that we can do if we have like we most of all of us do, especially here in this group, get down, get down, get down with your bad self. And what we can do is charge a fee for booking the artists, getting the event together, hosting the event, making sure that your artists actually get there. You were gonna do it anyway, so why not get paid? So that, I mean, and I'm just throwing ideas out there, people, because I feel like the whole starving artist thing is something that we have tied ourselves to, and we don't have to. You can use your phone and use different apps. There's several different apps, and I know I put them in the group, that you can use to make money. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna get rich overnight. Oh my God. But for as much as you are on your phone, for as much as you do with your phone on a daily, a lot of people can swipe screen and make 50 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, and by the end of the week have at least $25. Now, I do want to talk to you also about, like, I just really want to talk to y'all today, I guess, because I didn't mean for this video to be this long, but I wanted to talk to you about PayPal. I wanted to talk to you about Stripe, and I wanted to talk to you about the app. Now, I did have the app on my phone for PayPal, but I need you to understand, okay? Look, PayPal is your friend. I don't care if I don't care what all they say on Facebook. I don't care. PayPal is your friend. If you are going to do business, you need a PayPal account. You need a square and our PayPal triangle. You need your business cards. You need some sort of website or a landing page or something. There's quite a bit that goes into it. You have to control your image. You have to control what is seen and what people see about you. I'm gonna go into a lot of information to give and to share, but just know that PayPal is your friend, and if you get a PayPal account, you get the triangle, you get the card, because it has a debit card, a credit card attached with MasterCard, and get the app on your phone. Once you get those 4 things in place, you're really cooking with grease. You're really cooking with grease, because you can be anywhere and swipe. You can be anywhere and get somebody to send you money. You can be anywhere and you can just be anywhere. And Stripe is the same thing, but it's mainly based in Europe. I'm going to end this video because my daughter is here and she's ready for something. And I just really want to impress on you that if you have not really just looked through the group, looked through the page, thank you. If you have not decided what it is you want to do, figure out what it is you bring to the table, decide what it is that makes you stand out and make you different, and decide that you want to profit from your poetry. And can we speak just a few minutes on just a minute on the fact that, you know, getting paid for doing your poetry is not bad. It doesn't make you less. It doesn't make it less of a ministry. It doesn't make you less of a person for asking what the budget is. It doesn't make you less artistic. It doesn't make you less I just need you to understand that you're worth it. And if you don't believe you're worth it, why would they want you there? Why would they ask you there if you didn't have a value to you? Get your value. Get what it is that's yours. I'm not saying beat people over the head. If you got a 15-minute set, don't please don't be asking for an hour set money, but I mean, really, just know, okay, I just need for y'all to understand that. I need you to understand that. I need you to get bold about your budget. I need you to get bold about your money. I need you to stand for them dollars when it comes to your stanzas. Because if it was anybody else, you would say, no, I don't work for free. No, I gotta eat. I got bills to pay. If it was anything else, but when it comes to your poetry, you give it freely like you're supposed to. Like, you give it free when it's on stage. But when they come to you, this is what I need you to understand. When they come to you, you better have a price ready. Have a price. Because they want you. They want you. They want to hear what you got to say. They obviously find value in you. So if you don't find value in you, you better figure out what it is. Because they already know what it is. And they know what it is that you bring to the table. And they know that if they can talk you down, I'm not going to get into that. But just know, if you're dealing with churches or organizations and you don't really want to talk about money like that, ask them what their honorarium is. It's a word you need to know. Otherwise, where my money? Where my money? And I don't want people to think that, and I hate talking about money sometimes because people get real funny about money, but do you like to eat? Do you like having gas in your car? Do you want to be able to make it all the way to the venue without having to stop and thumb a ride? Would you like to have more of your CDs to sell? All of those things you cannot do without money. Now, we could talk barter all day. These are key words, people. You could barter all day. But bartering only goes but so far. So, I'm not giving you a lot. And I done went. I strayed, honey. I strayed from where I was supposed to be. But I hope in all of my straying that you were able to get something out of it, because there's one too many of us that don't know our value. There's too many of us who are abusing the shine we have, and then there's too many of us that are acting like starving artists, and then there's a few of us that are really trying to work on the business of poetry, and it is a business, and you are valuable. So get your value, get your money. And on that note, how much is your fee? You should be able to answer that. And what are your merch? You should be able to answer that. What are you selling again? It's only $10. It's practically free. Yeah, you should be able to say you have merchandise and say how much it is at the show when people say that back at you. So, with all that, me and Shayla's out this piece.